Today is finally the day. Doug's frogs are here, thanks to Penny. And we got little wobblers. Oh wait, that's not a wobbler. Here's a wobbler. We got wobblers. We got sunbathing frogs. The picket fence dropping by to say croak, aka Doug Frog stamps. We're using them in projects today, and I'm so happy about that, Penny. Yay. And Penny has lots of samples to show us. Some of them are stamped on cardstock. A lot of them she's colored with Copics. She's added a dye to them. So we've got lots of good things. And I don't know if you remember, if you were a viewer back when we were at the trade show in Columbus, Ohio, and we were at the picket fence booth, and Doug came around the corner and he really liked these stamps, so we called them Doug's Frogs. So, and they are really cute. I mean, just look at those characters. So good morning on this happy, oh wait, is today Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, it is dump day. Okay, Maggie's here. Okay, then we're going to need a dump. Maggie, can you get us, I feel like we just did this.
Yes, but we do need to dump. Should we dump that
unless we dump it at 11 when we're back. Let's dump the Lake Life in this video. One of these Lake Life ephemeras.
Oh, there you go.
And then we'll dump the Tim Holtz at 11 o'clock. We're going to be,
good.
We're here like 3 times today. We're here now with Penny and the frog stamps, including the lily pad. And then
I dumped this last night, Kelly, and put it together, and I'm using it.
Oh, Maggie likes the precision glue press.
And as Diana says, the hardest thing about it is getting the rubber band off.
Oh.
And that's easy.
So we do, and we have more coming. We're not out of them because I ordered a lot, but we have more coming. So we will do a dump today when we show new product. Oh my gosh, we have so much to do. We got new product to show. We've got Penny's demo today. We are going to do our dump, and then we're going to be back at 11 o'clock for the Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous release of his Halloween stamps and stencils. And then if you're in Scary Makers, we'll be back at 1:30. Yeah. Good thing I brought my lunch, Penny. Isn't it? We'll be back at 1:30 then with Janet, and she'll be doing the cutting and getting us organized for that. So, and Janet says she's here. So hello, Janet and Hope. And Barb's here. We were just talking about Barb. She visited us yesterday. Barb, you're one of the lucky ones that's a local yokel, so we get to see you. Marcy's here. Bonnie's here. Lisa. Dawn is here. Verna Lynn. Chris. We got lots of people joining us, Penny.
Awesome. We're gonna Good morning.
Yeah, hello. We're going to start the day with some new product, and I'm going to, on the way over to that, I'm going to buzz by this layout, and then this is what we did yesterday. On Monday, Teresa showed us gotta get back. Okay, that if you had a bleep, that was me. I touched the wrong button. On Monday, Teresa showed us group stamping, and then yesterday, I was so inspired that I did group stickering, and that might not be the word for it, but that's what I'm calling it, and I made it up. So we created these 2-page layouts, and I actually did these tags after the video.
I was going to say, you did this later.
I know. I did a couple tags after the video. Penny, we were here together, weren't we? We're back today. Oh my gosh. And here's another tag I did. It's so fun once you get started. And we had a couple other pages, and you can find all of that on our blog. It'll be coming up on our blog. Oh, yeah, and you can watch videos.
One is posted over on the
Yeah, we've got some of them are already posted in the store. So that was yesterday, and today we're doing Doug's Frogs. And and Penny, can we show this? I'd like to show this. This is from yesterday also. It's the group stamping, not group stickering, but school started today here in Ankeny. Boy, was traffic different than. Yeah. Did it start over in your area, Penny? Yeah, the traffic was a little different. That means football's coming up, and if you got a player, a cheerleader, anybody, a coach, a teacher, a fan, this is what we made yesterday with the football stamp called End Zone from Photoplay. And that was group stamping. You can tell I was very inspired by
that
Teresa.
One. Yeah, I might need that one.
And Diane said she made one herself yesterday afternoon. So yay, yay, yay. Glad to hear it. And Debbie is on board. Hello, Debbie, and so's Candace. Okay, we have a bit of new product, and this is not all of it. Some of it's reorders, some of it's new. We're going to save this for last because this is a big, it's a big launch there. We're going to save that for last. So let's start with this. We have a big pile from Paper House Productions, and let's start with that. And Penny's going to grab it for us.
Okay, I think we'll...
Should we come over?
Should we come over to this one?
Sure. Penny's going to scooch all her water, her gallons of water over for us. So Paper House Productions is, they have a lot of good theme things that I like and we ordered. And this first sticker is an adoption sticker. And you're going to find all of these online if you're a shopper online, and they are going to be in their theme. So this will be under family and baby, these music. They look like die cuts, and they certainly could be, but they're actually big stickers. Speaking about going back to school, Penny, and if you're in music or band, that is really, really cool. And Penny's laying them all out for us. Kind of glary, but we have a couple. Oh, Penny's organizing them. So we have a couple of 3D stickers for wine. And we got a lot of wino friends. And wouldn't this be fun if you were out doing wine tasting or out with some friends, and you could make a card or a scrapbook layout. And then we're getting ready for the holidays, so we got the Polar Express. And I'll turn it sideways so you can see these are all three-dimensional. Of course, you could peel off that top layer with a little undo if you didn't want them three-dimensional. And then we have Ireland. And then, oh, they just keep coming. Yep. And then we have our wine and beer. And these are nice little, oh, this is not Paper House, but this is Sticko.
That
oh, that one. One is and one isn't. It doesn't really matter. They're great themes. And then we have a brother sticker. And then we have a couple different fall leaves. These are so pretty with the gold accents, and if you use some of that gold paper with them, oh my gosh. And then this is kind of like those music notes we showed you. They're actually stickers, but they're really big. So I could see a teacher maybe putting these on a bulletin board or decorating with them. They're pretty cool. And then we've got fishing. I'd rather be fishing. And this, I will tell you guys, this is one of my all-time favorites for Halloween. And you know I love Halloween if you're an avid Memory Bound follower. These are puffy stickers, and they're bats, and we ordered extras. And Debbie says make a tag to attach to a wine bottle for a gift with those wine names. I love that. Same with the beer. If you're giving a friend a 6-pack or a 4-pack or a 12 or 24. Does beer come in 24, Penny? I'm not even sure.
Yes, a case.
Okay, so you can get whatever you want. And then we've got a country thing. This would be great. We had a lot of country musicians here at the Iowa State Fair, and if you went to their concert. And we've got bowling. And there's one more Christmas story sticker. And then we have, I'll run down these at the same time. It's Life is Better at the Lake and Nashville Music City, I'm sorry. So that's what's new in from Paper House Production, and we snuck a couple of Stickpotamus.
And just think what you could do with that on a 2-page layout. You know,
it's nice
you could
and
do
big.
Sticker groupings.
You could, because I would put this chair. Yes, we could do our sticker groupings. All right, I'm a little slow, Penny. We could do what we did yesterday. These stickers right here. So Penny, thank you for reminding me of that.
Of yesterday?
Yes. Well, it's been 24 hours.
Yeah, you get it.
Debbie says hello from Omaha. Every day she finds more things that she needs in her craft room. Okay, and that's okay. We can show that one next. So this is we got in. What am I going to say? 2 new Christmas collections from Echo Park, and then a big one from Cartabella that has 3 different color schemes. And we're going to show you this one today, which is called, Penny?
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
Okay, so this is one of the new ones, and this one is adorable. And we've talked about their stamp sets, and we talked about groupings, and look how fun this would be for a lot of different things.
I love the words on this one. Just the fonts. I'm all about fonts.
They are nice. Okay, so then there's another stamp set. They usually have 2 stamp sets. Here's the other one. Oh, I'm trying to get in Penny's face here so I can show it to everybody.
It's all right.
I think you're kind of busy looking at it for yourself.
Yeah, I am.
And then we have the puff
stickers.
Yep. And notice the gingerbread houses. Oh yeah, the mixer's cute.
And the little kids. what fun this would be.
So this is Have a Holly Jolly Christmas.
Enamel dots. Frames
And there's going to be
tags.
3 different ephemeras, the frames and tags. This is actually good, Penny. We don't have a glare right here.
Ephemera.
And then remember how they are doing something brand new on this release.
The titles and phrases.
And Peggy was using the titles and phrases from their fall collection last week.
And we have adhesive brads.
Very fun.
And then we have the 6x6 paper pad. Are you ready for a little quick leaf?
We are. We're gonna. It's really hard because they're sealed shut. But we've got the big paper, the 12x12, and we'll show you all of that.
And the sticker book. Let's see, do they have a
just
picture on the back? Oh, yes.
I just love the gingerbread houses and things. So you're going to get all of those, and I think you get a couple of each sticker, 2 of each one.
Then the stencil number 1.
It's nice. It's got both kinds of snowflakes.
And number 2, our little gingerbread boy person.
And my goal is to use more stencils, Penny. So this would be a good opportunity.
So here you go. Then we've got the washi tape, Mr. Santa Claus himself, and the gingerbread house.
Very cute. So tell us how you like this. There's a few hearts. We just got a tearful comment. I don't know what that means. Maybe it was accidental. But if you like this, look at the mixer and all the little, it's baking, but not totally baking.
Chipboard accents. Then we've got the sticker sheet. Do you have a glare?
No, it's perfect, actually. I don't know why it's so good here, but it is.
We'll
take
just say right here. Okay, so that is the 3x4 journaling cards with beautiful holly and evergreens on the back.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Oh, I just want to bake cookies and watch Christmas movies.
I want to do Peggy's layout with this one. You know how she did different things? This is the 4x4 journaling cards.
And those are very fun too. That ornament, I love it.
And then that was the back side. We got 2 of those.
Love that stripe.
Multi-journaling cards. I can't wait to see this one. Oh, yeah.
Ta-da! It's got a really cute Santa with it.
And then this is the 6x4 journaling cards.
And I'm into candy canes this year, Penny, and I do really like
I love that
joy.
stripe. Red and white.
It's got a recipe card if you're giving something out, and an actual recipe for hot cocoa.
And then we have the cozy gingerbread house. Ta-da!
There it is.
And of course in the 6x6 it'd be a smaller print. And then
all these little Santa faces.
The Santa faces, the symbol of Christmas. And then we have some Rudolphs with the stripe on the back. Oh, that makes me dizzy.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, and then we've got this Santa with the green on the back.
And this is Have a Holly Jolly Christmas if you're just joining us.
Have a holly jolly. And the
stockings
and
with
the
good stuff.
Snowflakes in whatever color
I don't
that
know
is.
what color I would call that, but that's unique. I haven't seen that before. It would be good with wood grain.
Then we have snowflakes on red and stars on green.
So we have snowflakes on...
We have stars and stars. You notice that?
Not do it again.
So these points...
Let me find your hand.
These points are like points of a star, and that's the middle. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pointed star. That's cool.
And Lori says they'd make a great rip and flip, and they would. And rip and flip is coming. I'm waiting for some product to come in because there's some stuff I want to use. That's called tan.
Tan and red.
Tan and red. These are the solids.
Just in case you didn't know, this is green and black. Oh no, chalkboard.
And it does look. From
so does that mean you could use like a white on it?
No, I think it just looks like a chalkboard. And from on the video, it does look like a chalkboard, maybe more so than in person. Okay, so that was Have a Holly Jolly Christmas from Echo Park, and we have more coming. We have more in the store from them, and we will be showing that also. And you can always go to memorybound.com and go to shopping and go to new, and you'll find all the latest arrivals here at Memorybound. And we do have a question about Life in Bloom from Simple Stories, and ours shipped yesterday. So however long it takes to get here from Utah, it's possible it would be here Friday. If not, it will be here Monday, and we'll give you an update as soon as I wasn't able to track it last night because it hadn't actually left. They had made the label, but it hadn't been put on the trailer yet. So, but I'll track it today and give you an update.
Okay.
So there's a couple of reorders back here.
Okay.
Finally, this landed
diagonal punch. I bought mine yesterday.
Oh, and we have an amazing demo coming up. Remember what
Yes.
Val did some fence front cards. I don't know if that was exactly
No, fence post.
fence. Anyway,
Whatever it's called. Val did an amazing job.
And it uses this, and it's really neat.
Yes.
Really cool. Okay, and we got a question about the new Elizabeth Craft release, and we did order that during the night, Monday night. Yes, really during the night. And it will probably be here today or tomorrow. So it is all coming. And Lori has the Holly Jolly Christmas song in her head now.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
That'll help.
Okay,
snowman hugs we ran out of. Oh, shoot, and Rhonda has a sample of this. So we'll have Rhonda bring her sample in. I asked her to bring it back when we got it back in stock. So we'll show this again with Rhonda's. She actually made it up, and it's really
super cute. And then the 3D texture impressions.
I think that's called Sparkle.
Sparkly ornaments.
Sparkly ornaments, and
Yes.
there it is. And that, I think, would be really pretty with some luster wax.
Yeah, yep.
Put on the ornaments. We'll have to try that.
I also bought one of these yesterday.
Okay, well this is exciting. This is the sticky folio, and we've had it for, I don't know, maybe a month or month and a half. It's new from We Are Makers, and it is a folder that, I don't know, you can kind of show the sticky adhesive. It goes right into that little clamp, and then you have this tool. So on here it kind of shows you. Those are all little sticky dots, and they're inside there. You open it up like this picture. I think I can show both at once. So you would clamp in your sticky stuff. See, there it is. There it is. And then it's nice for intricate like dies, and you can lay them right on there. And then you rub them a little bit with your tool, which this person's doing. And that's not really a very intricate die, but you can use anything on it.
But like even your ephemera.
Yeah, it's perfect for words or ephemera. And then it's all kept nice in this folder. And what we got into today or yesterday was the refills. So we got the folder in 4 colors. Penny's holding the red, and then we have the teal and the yellow or mustard, and then we have the lavender. So
I bought the lavender.
It comes in 4 colors, and then
you get 3 sheets inside.
Oh, good to know. And you get that little band to kind of keep it shut. So it's nice for traveling, I think.
And then this is 10 sheets.
And how much are 10 sheets?
$14.99.
So that's a pretty good deal, $1.49 each. And
so it's a good way because a lot of people are having problems getting refills for their Xyrons.
Yeah,
because
Xyron is kind of going away, I think.
And so this is a great replacement.
And we have some people here. Leanne loves it. Julie Belden, Julie loves it.
Oh, good.
She loves it. Katie said this is a squirrel moment. Katie is using the tag punch or the slanted punch in her Merrymakers. It's a staple, and she says it's worth the money. So Katie's got a testimonial. We got testimonials on the sticky folio. Okay. Katie loves the sticky folio. It's good for crops. Julie says it's good for alphabets.
Well, it's so pretty and it's organized and the edges won't crumble.
I think organized is a really good way to put it.
That's why I bought one.
So anyhow, the refills for that are in stock now. So if you're thinking about it, or if you've got one, okay. And Janet says she uses hers all the time. I think she's talking about the punch, though.
Yeah,
so we got 2 things going on. Okay, back in stock, we have 2 card kits from Pink and Maine. And one's Party Animal, which is birthday, and the other one is Sweet as Honey. And here's some samples of the cards. You get die cuts and enamel dots and envelopes. You get it all. And a lot of card kits, you don't get all of that.
They donate a portion of their profit to the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
So I thought that was really neat. Way to go, Pink and Main.
And the Sweetest Honey is a little bit more. I think it's $18.99.
Yep.
But I think a big difference is look at that pocket it comes in.
Yeah.
The pouch.
Because it's just like their storage pockets.
So you do get that in a storage pocket. So we got those in, and then the binder. Oh my gosh, if you have one of these, let us know how you like it, because we have sold a lot of these, and then it was out of stock for a while, and now it's back. So the binder and the actual pages, and then they also have the 7x7 storage pocket. Let me see if I missed something. I think I did. Do you remove items to use or cut the item out? Okay, we need to know how much a sticker folio is. The refills were $14.99, and we're looking up the price of the folio. We kind of missed that. $19.99 for the folio. And here, this is a nice picture of it too. So you put in your page, put on your die cut, rub it with your little thing, close your page, give it a little rub, and then pull it off.
So that's just like what you're doing with a rub-on. You know,
Exactly.
You're putting the adhesive on the back of whatever object that you put on the sheet.
And right. Oh, Bonnie says it's hot and humid in Wisconsin. We are, what are they calling it? A heat dome? I think we're in a heat dome.
Yes.
Elena loves Pink and Main's card kit. So thanks for sharing that with us, Elena. They do have really amazing ephemera and things with those. Okay, and then Kim, our own Kim, wanted to ask about Lake Life from Bella Boulevard. So we checked it out. So we have brought in the Lake Life collection pack. Maybe hold it up just a little straighter. There we go. The collection pack, which has got, I think, 24 papers, and then there's two borders, and and then you get the sticker sheet, and it's really cute. So we got in the paper pack, and then we got in the pattern paper that matches.
I love the patterned paper.
Yeah,
also.
whether you're doing Lake Life or not, it's really good primary colored paper, and two-sided.
So the red and the yellow have hearts on the opposite of the solid, and then the green and blue have a checkered and the dots, and then the dark blue and brown has dots, and then like a
kind of a
weave.
I think weave's a great word, Penny. And we did get a little bit of other product from that collection. So that's Bella Boulevard Lake Life.
So the icons.
Oh, this is what we're dumping.
Which she gave me the titles, I think.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll dump the titles then.
But, you know, this Bella Boulevard is like my E-I-E-I-O. This is so cute. You get 133 pieces. How many two-page layout
I don't know.
You
could do a lot.
Kelly?
You could do a whole album with that, I'm sure. And it's super cute. And then the
look
puppies.
at this. There's a frog.
That's perfect for today, isn't it? Oh my gosh.
I love their epoxy. Oh, and then their blue skies, they call it epoxy. And
and the fish are really cute.
The fish.
That was probably my favorite.
Yep.
They're really cute. So that's Lake Life.
And then over
and
here.
then let's do our dump. This is our first Wednesday dump. And then if you're just joining us, we're going to be back at 11 o'clock because Tim Holt's stamps and stencils are being released today from Stampers Anonymous at 11 o'clock. And we have them all, you guys. They're all in the back waiting. And we'll get them online. We'll get them in the store. And you can check it out.
Look at these. It'd be great for scrapbooks.
Yeah, this is really nice.
Oh my gosh, these titles are just amazing. Okay, I think I need to buy
I even
this.
like this little branch. Look at that little branch.
Oh, I love this. No Wi-Fi, no problem.
You know, Diane's at the lake right now. I don't know if she's watching, but if she watches later, this might be something for her.
Oh, and I love these things. Biggest catch. Oh, that goes to Diane. She'll get the biggest catch. The lake is calling. Yes.
We have some friends
Arrows.
that have a lake home
Flies.
in Minnesota, and this would be so fun to make them an album for all
little
their a little
tab. Couple tabs and frames and flies and hearts and tags and oh my,
How many pieces did it say, Penny?
94.
94, and the other one has even more.
133.
It's nice, everyone, because they've got the words, but then they also have little flowers and things that you can embellish with them. So that is Lake Life, Ephemeral Words, $9.99. And then we've got the Lake Life Ephemera. This is stuff I love. I this
love
is really
this.
hard.
Yes.
And Melissa says she likes it too. And Diane says, oh my. That's a lot of pieces. Okay, that is our dump. Dump number 1 for our Wednesday Hump Day Dump Day. And while Penny takes care of that, I'm going to pop over here because we have one more thing to show you. Back in stock is the Tim Holtz mini stencil number 42. And we had to get this back in stock because you'll notice, I think Teresa used this on the roof of her little wood house. So here's where she used it with the black paste from Tim Holtz, his new Halloween release from Ranger. And it actually has texture. I don't know if you can see it, but she did use the stencil number 42. And it's a good one because it's got the zigzaggy chevron and it also has the sunburst. So all 3 of those are really good ones, and it's I think $12.99. So that's that back in stock, and I think we had a couple people that were waiting on it, and hopefully we gave you a call yesterday. Okay, so we have a launch with Penny, and then we're going to do our frogs. And oh my gosh, we have a lot done. We got a lot done today, didn't we, Penny?
Yes, we did. Look at that.
We've done a lot. I have no idea what the time is, but I want to talk about this because I want to give Penny full credit. We were inspired. Minte had a sheet of paper that had all kinds of just sayings and quotes, and we were talking, and Penny's like, well, we could do that here at Memory Bound for really every season if you want.
Yeah.
So Penny took it and ran with it. So we have these new sheets that this is fall, and they come in white, and fall comes in a kind of an orangey yellow and a cream. And they're online, and you just cut them apart. They have kind of a gray line between them, and you can just cut them up and look at all the fun sayings. Pumpkin kisses and harvest wishes. I love that one. Leafy sidewalks and crisp morning air. Cool breeze, more leaves please, Oktoberfest, everything fall. So these are online, and when you go online, if you want to get this, you choose the color that you want. So there's a little box, and you choose white or the yellow or the natural color, and they're all printed, laser printed, and they're on archival paper so that you can use them in your scrapbooks or on your cards or mini albums or whatever you might be working on. And there's the fall words. And Penny, you did an amazing job on this.
Thanks.
This is tricky to set something like this up, and she's got fonts. And then of course we got to have Halloween. So the Halloween comes in orange. Everything comes in white or natural, and then we added a color. So we added orange, of course, to Halloween. I like that Home Sweet Haunted Home. Trunk or Treat. I hope I'm doing that this fall. And Donna's calling them script strips. So
nice.
Didn't know that's what they're called, but I do love it.
Yep.
And all you have to do is cut them apart, and you can ink the edges, or you can clip the edges, make them into banners, and magical potions. I'll just give you a look. They love them, Penny. People are loving them. So remember, if you want to get these, you choose the color that you want. And then we have Christmas. And we chose to print Christmas, the extra color, on a green. And that is a very common green. And I'm going to say peeled paint, but it's not peeled paint. And I can't remember the name of it now. But I like that green color.
I do too.
Red's a little dark.
Red's a funny
And you're doing
color.
a lot of red in your holiday crafting, so we thought green is a great accent color.
I like this one. Too cute to wear ugly sweaters.
Yep. Keep calm and jingle all the way. Sparkle and shine. It's a wonderful life. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Christmas is coming. And then she tried to have words like, Christmas tree, Christmas Eve, things that you might want to do if you're doing a December daily.
Yeah.
And again, you choose which color you want. They come in all 3 colors. So everyone's liking those, Penny.
Oh,
good job.
Good.
And thank you for doing that, Penny. That was
Yeah.
kind of going above and beyond.
And I've
we
got
really
the next
appreciate it.
idea ready.
Oh,
so.
she's got another idea coming. So,
Yep, so stay tuned.
So check those out. They're $2.99. So you're getting a lot for $2.99. I have no idea how many. Do you know how many? 2,
No.
4, 6, 8.
And
So there's
3
probably
columns.
about 75 or 80 different phrases on here.
I'm afraid they took this because somebody wants it.
Oh,
and
do you want
They're
it?
not all the pieces.
Okay. So next, Penny went to save somebody because they picked up our dump package and we didn't have it all put together. So she went to do that. Just a reminder, we're going to be here at 11 o'clock with the new Tim Holtz Halloween stamps and stencils. And you guys, they're really good. I think you're going to like them. Thank you, Penny.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think we're ready for...
Are we ready?
I think we're ready
to jump into
we're
the pond.
ready to jump in the pond with all the little froggies.
All we have to do is walk across the parking lot and we're drenched.
They want to know if Teresa already showed her Halloween house, and she did. I'm just going to walk over here real quick. She did show it, and you can find this on our blog, or here if you want to do a little searching. This is one of the taller houses, and then she used one of the little trick-or-treater dies from Tim that's not called trick-or-treaters. I think it's called Halloween Night. And she used one of the little label words, and then this is fabulous paper. So you can, that you can find if you search on our blog and search on Teresa's name. We've got a lot of those people are loving those houses, Penny. We're getting a lot of samples, so you'll see a lot of those. But right now we are out of the house because we're out at the pond.
Yep, we're out at the
doing
pond.
frogs.
Yep.
And they are hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay, well tell us what we got.
Okay, we're going to start with the lily pad. When I first got it, I wanted to start with the lily pad just because it was like, I don't know where to start. So I just grabbed the lily pad.
Penny, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think you should pull one of each and let's just show what we're showing. And we are having, these are on special. They're 30% off. All the frog are dropping by to say croak. Is that what it's called?
More of dropping by to say croak.
Okay.
More of.
Okay, so these are going to be 30% off. They're in our special area. So if you go to shopping and go to specials, you'll find these. And then it's got the coordinating die.
So the sale price of the stamps would be $14.69.
And what are they normally? I'm making your work,
they're
Penny.
$20.99.
So this is normally $20.99 and it's $14.69 for the stamp.
Now the dies, I highly recommend these dies. $17.99 normal price, but today special price is $12.59. Get it while it's on sale.
I know, get it while it's hot.
Yeah. And then the accessory that you have to have because it's just too cute.
It is cute.
It is the rock and the lily pad, and normal price is $11.99, but today's special is $8.39. And then the die to go with both of those is the same price, $11.99 or $8.39 on special.
So those are the 4 main. We're going to call them the frog.
Yep, the frog group.
Frog group, and they're all 30% off.
Yep.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you, but now let's see what.
That's okay. So I started with just some color combinations and different. I mean, everybody has a favorite, and I could point to every one of them if I could remember who likes what. But I'm just going to say that everybody likes something different. Somebody wants it more realistic. Somebody wants it more whimsical. So I'm giving you way more than you probably need to have. But I did 4 colors, 3 colors. I started with the YGs. I did some G's with a little highlight of the YGs. Traditional of the G and the darker G's, the 05, the 07, the 28.
Penny, we're so lucky that you do all these color combinations, not only so people can see what they like, but you might not have some of the colors.
And
so
then you
Penny,
could,
then you can see what else you can do. So thank you for doing that.
And then I did the YGs, the darker tones, the 6-1, 6-3, 6-7, but then I wanted to go to that 9-3. So they don't always go in order, and you won't always color in what I call in order. So this one, I think this one is the more traditional, what I would consider a lily pad color, and that's the G14, the G28, and the G17. Then I wanted to try some two color ones. So I did the G94, and then I pulled out the blue green, the BG99. And so these are more shaded in sections. And then I thought, okay, we're just going to try coloring the whole thing and going with the accents of just the leaves. So that's what I did here, and just emphasize the accents from the stamps. And then I thought, instead of the blue green, I'll go back to the yellow green. So I did the YG17 and the G24, a lighter shade. And then after doing the farm stuff, I thought, well, I had my grasshopper paper out, so I stamped it in black on the smooth side, and I used the grasshopper cardstock.
So that's just stamping with cardstock. Maybe you're not a Copic colorer, but you can still just stamp it as is.
And so that's that. And then I thought, well, what would happen if I added a little bit of the YG03? It just gives it, I don't know, a little bit of depth. And I thought, well, let's use the YG25 then on the lines to bring out the lines. So the same thing, but two different ways, basically. And then I thought, okay, well, what happens if I got out my distress ink? And that peeled paint is a great color to go with grasshopper. So I stamped it in peeled paint, and then on the smooth side of the grasshopper cardstock, and this is what you get. And then I went back to the same YG colors, and the 03 and the 25, and I colored it. So
with the distress ink, and it was okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Now we're talking about Copic markers, and we didn't really, if you're new or you don't know about Copic markers, they're artist grade markers, and they use alcohol ink, so it makes this blending, so easy. I mean, it's not easy. Penny's figuring out all the colors for us. But if you go and do it, they kind of, they blend together really well, the alcohol ink.
So like on this G14, G28, and G17, I'll just grab those and I'll show some of the newer.
While you're getting your markers, Penny, I made a mistake over here, so I'm going to bop back over here. I made a mistake because these are $3.99, not $2.99. So I should have looked at the price and not gone by memory, but Penny's new, I like the name strips, are $3.99. It's still a very good deal to get all of those, especially printed on the
I thought you said
$3.99,
but I guess I just
I don't know.
seen it was $3.99. Okay, so I'm just going to do a couple of the petals.
So you're working on this one right here.
So we're just going to pull this one up
good
here.
idea, good idea.
So we can see. And I'm just going to do these two little sections. So what I did was I'm using the brush nib, and this is the G14. And
Penny, you're so good about putting your marker lid there so we can remember and visually see what color you're using.
So I did it by sections. So I just colored a section, and then I stopped, and then I grabbed the next one. G28. Okay, so then I grabbed my darker one, and that's the G28. And then I brought in to the ends, and I'm just flicking out a little bit. It's not a very big section.
Now, when you are coloring with Copics, the thing about alcohol ink is, as it dries, it blends together. You know how regular markers leave like those streaks and the lines? The alcohol ink markers do not do that.
It'd be prettier if it was blue.
We have a studio audience right now. Do you want to say hello? Everybody,
hello.
We've got 120 people watching you right now.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, okay.
You ruined my day.
No, you're a movie star.
I've grabbed the the G17, and this is a chow marker. So it's a different shape than the sketch marker, and you can't see the
number, but we know it's
not on
but we know
there.
it's G17. Okay, and there's just coloring it right in. Penny, amazing.
So I'm blending those two colors in by going over it again. And then I'm going to grab my lightest one, which is that G14 again, the one I started with. I'm going to go wash it all over and see if I can combine all three colors.
You'll also notice that with Copic markers, it's important to color on top of a piece of paper because the markers go right through, and they're supposed to. You want that.
So,
oh my gosh, Penny.
And you know, the more you color it, the more ink will get on there, the more it just will keep doing it. Now, these will fade over time. I don't know that I've ever addressed that, but I have a favorite bear sitting on a little easel on my happy place by the window, and it's been there for a year, and it's faded completely. But I still have my color code, so I can recreate it, and so I did, and I put the before and after, and it's like,
is it a lot different?
Yeah. So if you want to save something, I would recommend a color copy, because then that will be your true color.
Okay,
if you
that
want
makes
to
sense,
save that.
because I noticed our Copic chart
Yep.
is very faded. We
Yep.
probably need to do a new one or throw it out or something.
Yep. So that's how I did each section on those kinds. And then, of course, over here, it's just a general color.
So I'm going to show these again.
That's the lily pad.
Well, I don't know that I would have thought to color each section, but that makes a lot more sense.
Well, that way you don't have to worry about your ink drying and trying to reactivate it by getting it wet again. So if you stay in each little section, sometimes you can do two if you're moving fast or whatever. So that's that. So then the rocks, I think the rocks are my favorite.
Oh, they are amazing. Oh my gosh, look at these, everyone.
So they're just lots of fun to figure out. And so,
but Penny, you made them amazing because the rocks come like this and with the lily pad, so you kind of get both for $11.99. That's pretty good. But then she grounded them, which I really love.
So I was thinking, you know, in different aspects, rocks look different. And so I gave you the rocks in the warm tones with the leaves in the general green, and then the ground I did in toners. So there are two different grays, and I just did dots on the sand or the ground, whatever you want to call it. I did the tall leaves in one green color and the short in another. And then I took a lot of the artist's suggested shadows and went with that with my W6 and my W4. And then down here I used the naturals, the N7 and the N5. I started with the darkest parts and then washed over it with the N5. I did the G28 and then the YGs, because I think the taller ones are darker in my world and the smaller ones are like newer, so they would be lighter.
Good point, yeah.
And then the ground, I washed the whole thing. I just colored the whole thing with the W0, a warm tone, and then I did the dots with the 2 and the 4. So the 2s are closer together and more of them, and the 4s are farther apart and less. So you get that little speckled effect. I did add a little bit of water to it.
Just as you said it, I noticed that. I hadn't noticed it before.
You know, or maybe that's the sky. So however you want to think of it, I use the B quadruple 0. Because I thought, I'm tired of looking at the white background, so I just had to do a blue. On this one, I used the toners, the T1, 3, and 5 for the rocks, and then the leaves I did all with the G29, just to keep them all the same. And the ground, I just did a wash, and then I did just kind of squiggles and dots with the N2. So I just used one marker. So I'm always trying to think of those people that have limited markers. What could you do?
And we appreciate that, Penny. That's great.
And so then I used the natural grays, the 2, 4, and 6 with the G19. It's a different color of green. And then I used the W4 for the ground. And but then I thought, well, in some parts of the world, their colors are a little different.
Yep.
So let's try an earth tone. So I went with the 5-3 and the 5-5 for the rocks. And then on the sand, I washed the whole bottom with the E30. And then I did dots of the 3-3. So lots of them all the way through, and then less of the 3-5 and even less of the 3-7. I tried to use the 3-7 and the 3-5s to help shadow, so the darker around the objects, and then spread them apart as you leave. And then the G94 and 97 for the leaves. And then even yet a different color, I went to the 7
that's kind
series.
of chocolate. That reminds me of.
So the E77 and the E74, the ground, I kept in the same family but lighter tones. I washed it with the E70. And then I did squiggles and dots of the E71 and the E74. And then used the G29 and the G05 for the leaves.
Perfect.
So I wanted to show them the wash, the squiggle, and the dots. And so I think I'm going to do it with the warm tones.
You're going to do it for us?
Yes.
Yay!
And I'm going to pull this one, the bottom one.
Look at all this stuff Penny has stamped here. And you know what? Penny, this is another tip, is while you're stamping, stamp multiple images.
Oh, yes.
And then you have them, and it's not like you stamp one and you color one, and then you stamp one. Just stamp a bunch of them.
Oh, yes.
And I know that Katie and I used to do that when we were doing Copic things. And then, of course, we always wrote down the colors that we used. You might think you'll remember, and maybe you're really got a great memory, but most of us will not remember.
No. Okay, so I'm going to take the W00, and I'm going to do just a quick wash underneath all the rocks. Going to go up a little bit.
It's funny because it doesn't really even show.
Sorry.
Well, no, I mean, you know what I mean. I know it's there, and I'll zoom in so you can see it, but it's very light.
Yeah, W00. So then I'm going to take the W4, and this will be, no, I'm going to take the W2. Now, you know, this is on the fly.
We love the fly.
So I'm going to
actually,
turn
there's
it
a fly
around.
around my ankles right now. If the camera is jittery, there's a fly that's flying around by my ankles right now. So we're on the fly, and the fly's on me.
Okay, so I'm going to take my W2, and I'm going to do some squiggles.
Oh, that's what you did. Penny, while you're squiggling, there's a question about your favorite ink that you stamp with when you're doing
When
this.
I'm coloring, I use Memento, and that is my go-to ink.
And that's Memento Tuxedo Black. It does come in some other colors, but black is kind of a nice basic for coloring.
Then I go back, and I have some more defined areas with the squiggles, but then you just add some dots all the way around. Some are going to be bigger dots, and some are going to be littler dots.
Janet said frogs love flies. Is that why there's a fly in here, maybe? Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right.
So I did half of that. So then I'm going to grab the darker, the W4, and in case you don't know this, there's a gray line that designates your brush nib. The non-gray line represents your chisel nib. So the chisel nib you can use for wide areas. The brush nib you can use as more of a fine point. So the W4, we're going to use a little bit more around the rocks. I'm going to try to get up on that tip so that the dots are smaller. And then as I go away from the rocks, they're going to be farther apart.
Oh, you really think this through, Penny. Well, I don't think I would have even thought to do something to ground it.
Can you see that the nib is starting to get shiny? Does that come through on the video at all?
Not a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
I can tell on these last dots that came out really big that it's starting to get really shiny. Now, if I were to continue, I'm afraid that I would get that excess
So you're going to
blob.
get so it's basically you're seeing the tips filling with ink.
Yep. And so it's pooling down here.
It does look wet. I mean,
And so I've taken off the other end, the other cap, to pull the ink back up through the barrel. So when you're coloring, you know your markers, it tends to get a little bit more juicy. Pull that other cap off and then go about back to business, and then you'll be fine. That has saved me in a lot of situations. So once you feel like you have enough W4, you can go back to the W2, fill in some more, go back over some of the more that's closer.
Penny, while you're doing that, I want to share this message from Carol because this should make you feel really good. Right now she's Copic coloring pumpkins while you're doing rocks, and it's the first time she's really been successful with Copics thanks to your demos.
Yay! Oh, Carol, you made my day!
That made my day too. Elena says her red Copic burps a lot.
Oh, red. Yes, definitely. Pull off that other cap and let us know if that helps, because it has helped me, and red is just a different breed.
Isn't it weird that one color, it's all alcohol ink, but one color would be different?
Yeah. So now I'm adding more than just dots. I'm just kind of using the edge and adding more color. And there is half. So
I love it how you showed us half.
So I started
cool.
with the wash. I did some squiggles, and then those are the squiggles again, just random shapes and sizes. And then I put the dots in. Now why I squiggle is so I can get some more color on my sheet.
So she squiggled and she dotted.
Yep.
And she washed, squiggled and dotted.
It sounds like laundry
We
day.
need to teach a formal Copic class, I can tell.
Okay, so let's get into the frogs.
Let's
combine them. Okay.
Oh, this one's very clever. Is this the one you're going to show first?
Yeah. This one is done on the chrome coat, the glossy paper, or the Yupo paper. And I have it over here.
So we do have the Yupo, and we do
this
have
is
the
glossy. And they both work really well. Since I have some gloss, I've been using that, and I really like it. It's all been glossed.
So even this is gloss?
No.
Just the background?
Yeah, just the background is gloss.
Okay.
And so what I did was I took the rocks. I cut it in half. And so I put the right half here and the left half here so that I could put my lily pad here.
Okay, this is so clever.
The umbrellas, and then you just think that there's all kinds of rocks. So it's not two rocks, it's just one.
So you colored one and cut it in half. Penny, that is so smart, and it makes me want to look at all my other stamps a little differently. I'm probably not going to cut a frog in half, but if I have some other stamps.
Yesterday you took a page layout and you cut pumpkins, and then you put it on this side and this side so that they would join. I'm doing the flip of that.
Yeah, I love it.
I just cut it, but then I'm going to put it reverse.
Dawn says you're a great coloring teacher.
Well, thank you. So I just wanted to do some swirls up here for the sky, but down here, I'm going to show you this technique because it's one of my new favorites.
It looks different.
Now.
I've not seen it before.
So this was my first. So it started with this, and this is I don't know what you call it.
Is this? Are we going to make up another name?
I don't know. I think Teresa uses it sometimes. The same technique. There's a name for it, and it might come to you when we start doing it. So it started like this, and this is what I brought to you, and I did it in 2 different colors. And so I said, I really like this technique. I think this would be great for water. So then what I did was, I thought, I don't like the white. You know, water doesn't have a lot of white. So on this one and this one, I started with more blue background. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're going to do the background, then we're going to come back and talk about the cards. Okay. So on the chrome coat, I took a really pale blue, and just so that I want you to see it, I'm not going to go quite as dark. I don't know that you'll be able to see it, but we're going to try the B01.
Okay.
And you've seen me do this before. Oh, good. This is a good color to choose.
And this is the chisel tip she's using now instead of...
And I'm just going back and forth and moving my stuff. Okay. I don't care about the white stuff.
Okay, so you don't mind if there's white.
No, I don't want a lot of it, but if there's some, that's okay. Again, this paper is larger than a regular card so that I can cut off any edges so I can cut it down. Because otherwise you get sometimes fingerprints and those things. Okay, so that was with the B01. Now I'm going to take...
Oh, here we go.
It's
a blending tool that a lot of you have with your Distress inks.
And I'm going to use felt. And I'm going to use my alcohol markers. So that was the B01. So I'm going to go dark.
This is different.
I'm going to go B04, and we're going to see what this does.
And Christy's asking about your refill service, and Penny does still do that. So you can bring your markers here, and she'll be happy to take care of them for you.
All right. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to turn them around.
That's really different colors. I wouldn't expect those.
Because water is all different colors.
Yeah,
so I'm just going with darker colors that I want them to see.
Oh, that's right. You're doing it on your...
Okay, so we're going to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can count to 5 any different times.
And then also, these are the felt pads, or I think that's what they call them.
Yeah,
felts that you use with the Tim Holtz alcohol ink, because if you think about it, that is alcohol also, just like these markers.
So now I've grabbed the B04 and I'm doing the same thing. Random chisel marks on the felt.
And you're just holding it there. And while you're doing that, Cheryl wants to know if you could use photo paper.
Yes.
So if you got photo
I
paper,
really said that really quickly.
Well, it's just like photo paper.
I haven't done it.
I know
that I remember.
I know the Yupo paper is, it's a little bit different coating in that, but it works just like a photo. That's why we have the glossy paper, which Penny's using now.
Enough of that.
Okay, let's look
So
at
I
there.
came prepared. I have my mini mister, which we have them on order, and I filled it with 0.
The blending solution that you can buy that in a bottle.
So now I'm going to go squirt, squirt, squirt. See it start to activate it. This is the fun part.
I can't wait. Oh my gosh. Penny, have you ever done this with your Copic markers before?
Not before this demo.
Not before this demo.
mean,
because I've not seen anybody use the blending tool with their Copics, and this is really, really neat. Look at that, everybody. And you could use it for water or use other colors. You could do fall colors and make a fall background, or Halloween, or whatever you're working on.
You'll never get the same background.
And you've not added more color to your...
No. And if I think
tool.
it's getting a little, I just go 1, 2, 3 and do it all over again.
Nice.
There's something relaxing
They
about
love
this.
it. They love it. Well, everybody can give this a try now. And every time it reacts every time it touches with the blending solution.
Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you that if you twist it, you know, you're going to get that round. So you don't want to twist it. That's not what, well, maybe that's what you want.
Unless you want to mix it up more. Oh, that is pretty. Oh my gosh.
And something else that you can do, you can actually just spray on it.
And then do you go back with your felt?
No, you can just let it, because it's gonna do its thing. It's gonna move and groove. Now you can go back over it because
Penny, Cheryl says there's 105 people watching with their mouths hanging open. Isn't that funny? Then they said, could you swipe that dotted blender? I'm not sure exactly what that question means, but you might be doing
swipe.
Maybe, yeah.
I suppose if you wanted lines of some
then you
sort.
can kind of get some lines. You can do a lot. So, oh my gosh, I think you opened up a whole new technique for people to try.
So, felt, and glossy paper. And have fun, because I tried to look for a flower. You know, you could put a bright flower on there, and what a gorgeous card front.
Mm-hmm. That's all you really need.
So, anyway, so that
is cool. I think I have to tell you, I kind of like that where you started mixing it up. I mean, it's just different. You have different looks and different ways to do it now. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I think if you could cut flowers out of something like that, or butterflies, or if you're doing oranges, you could cut leaves. There's so many possibilities.
So I did this lily pad.
Very cool.
With it. Now, this lily pad is actually on regular paper, but it's the same technique. But it doesn't move as much as what you can do on the glossy paper.
Penny, very cool. That is a wowzer. Well, this is all wow. The rocks, I think, are a wowzer, and that's a wowzer, and the frogs are just hilarious.
So that's what this lily pad is. That's why we jumped to that. That's what this technique is. And then I just did some regular swishes, and then I tried to spritz it with the mister. So that's what this is. This card, I wanted like more of a scene, a traditional scene. So we put the couple on the beach with a little waterway.
But you've got grass along the edge. Oh, and Penny did all that. That was not part of the stamp.
So I stamped the rock, and then that's all I did. Because then I cut this out. So then I created this scene because I had stamped that rock. So that rock would just be like this stamped image. So then you can create your different backgrounds. And then this is when Kelly was telling me about masking, the wonderful magic masking stuff. But I just cut out like the rocks because I wanted to work on the sky, and I'd already stamped this. So I just put this down, I put a little tape behind it, and then I just worked on the sky. But now I have something else to go home and play with.
Now she's got the masking paper.
But there's that little fish that comes with your stamp. And so I wanted to use the little fish.
And then the stamp also has words. We didn't really mention that because we're doing so much coloring. But what all it's got,
Let's hang out. Good riveting luck. It's your day. Happy B-Day. What's up, Toad and Ribbit? And then there's that little extra fish.
There's that little fish. There's 3 little fish.
And then that's part of this stamp.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's all in one. And then there's that extra little fish.
And there's her little fish swimming down the stream or in
Yep.
the pond or whatever it might be.
Yeah, whatever it is. So then this is the technique.
That
and
you
a
just showed
wobble.
us?
Yep.
Now, if you guys haven't used wobbles, they are really fun. And I don't think, oh, you did bring some.
Yep.
Okay, awesome.
There's different sizes and different quantities and packages.
So like here's the mini. That one could probably use one of the larger sizes.
Yes, I use the larger size.
And they have adhesive on both sides, and they're like a little spring. And you stick it. Oh, there we can see it.
So I don't know if I did it forwards or backwards, but I just stuck one side to the lily pad and the other part to the water.
That's so fun.
So I took a picture of it, but then I had to take a video of it so I could send to my daughter.
There you go.
So this is the same way. I wanted to show that stamp set because it's just so much fun, but I wanted it in the water, so I put water behind it.
So it's all water, and you
all
got your
water.
rocks out in the middle of the middle of the water, and they're swimming
this is
around.
just regular paper, just Copic colored, and the rocks out there in the island. And then I wanted to show you that you could fussy cut those 3 little frogs apart. This is where they're together. But I just fussy cut them so I could put them down here because they're swimming underneath the lily pad that the girl and the boy are standing on. And then I'd put a little fish there because it's just too much fun.
This is hilarious. Now these stamp sets and dies are all 30% off to celebrate Penny's demo. So they are on sale. So you can, if you're thinking about it, that might help you make your decision. I do like how you cut these apart. And did you die cut them, and then you just have to fussy cut a little bit around the edge?
Yep, you just had to fussy cut around them, so you could cut
and they're
2
pretty
together
easy.
if you wanted to, and cut the other one apart. But I just cut all 3 of them apart so I could use all of them, and then I realized I didn't color their trunks, but that's okay. We'll take a picture of all the different details.
Yeah, we'll take pictures of all the colors.
And then I also bought the tall grass die.
Oh, yes.
And last week when I was doing the farm, I was using colored cardstock. And so I used colored cardstock with the grass. And then I wanted to do some clouds, but I didn't know how to do it. So I grabbed a cotton ball.
Oh my gosh.
And shredded it. I did the same thing with the rock, cut it in half, put it on both sides, because I really just want to feature the frog couple. This would be a great happy anniversary card. And
or happy birthday from both of us. Or,
oh, yeah. Perfect. So this is the grass die. When I first looked at it, I'm thinking, no way, that is not going to work.
It's good for scrapbook layouts.
It's great for scrapbook layouts, and that's where we're going to go. I was with some friends on Monday, and we were scrapbooking, and we have all these beautiful pictures taken from Costa Rica. And I don't know which way is right, but we'll go this way. So the people that went down, they volunteered, and they were helping to clear this field for future corn planting to feed the animals. And so she has all these pictures and all this grass, and I was working on this demo, and I said, oh, let's use the grass dye. And so not only is the grass dye amazing, but both the negative and the positive can be used. So I'm going to show you. This is the regular what you die cut. This is part of the metal. This would be part that comes out of it.
Oh, I see what you mean. You could use both.
And so you can use both because nobody's going to know positive or negative. And so we cut out some grass, and she put her pictures behind this, and it doesn't really cover up the main emphasis of the pictures. And I thought it just added to it.
I think it's really, really cool. I personally love that die. I ordered a lot. Maybe the frogs were Doug's choice. And the grass is called Slimline Tall Grass. It's $18.99. And this is perfect because it's big for a scrapbook layout, but then Penny, I loved how you used it on your card here. And if you didn't have
and
frogs,
go back
you could do
to Easter,
Oh,
and that
she
rabbit
brought her
that I
bunny.
did, that is perfect grass with the bunny. And you
Oh my
could
gosh, it
you
is.
could put the bunny, behind the grass,
Or some of both.
or you could have tuck it in between some of the blades. You could take your cuts down farther. So
Yeah, they're loving it.
I think for a scrapbook page and for the bunnies and just in general.
And Dawn says you could color the tips brown if you wanted to, if you want cattails. That was her idea.
Yeah.
And Cindy loves your clouds. So I just think that wows people when they get a card or a project like that. All right. So, oh my gosh, we've done a lot.
We've done a lot.
So we're calling them Doug's Frogs.
covered
It's the
Doug's
stamps that he
Frogs.
picked. So there's the set called More of Dropping By to Say Croak. And this is normally $18.99. I can't remember the prices, Penny. They're over here. They're 30% off, so they're normally
$14.69,
For
and that's
$14.69.
$20.99.
okay. And then,
And then
there's
the
a die
is
if you want the die.
$17.99. It's $12.59.
And it has dies for the phrases, which is kind of nice. You don't always have to cut those out, but if you want to
Right.
cut them out and pop them up. And then we have the lily pad stamp with the rocks. Oh, here it is. I moved it over here.
So both the stamp and the die is $11.99, and our sale price today is $8.39. Get it while it's hot.
Yeah, I feel like we're the home shopping network. So she showed us that. She gave us all kinds of coloring options. Really adorable ideas. Penny, you outdid yourself, and thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Even Jan or Diane says so many ideas today. Wow.
Yay!
And then we also showed you the grass and the Yupo paper and the glossy paper, and then Penny showed you how to use the alcohol ink, the mini applicator felts. And don't forget the wobbles. They're one of my favorites. I need to use them more because they are so fun.
Now, wobbles and stencils really don't go together.
They
Kelly.
don't, but stencils, my goal is stencils, to use more stencils, but I do love the wobbles. And they don't you think, Penny, they just make cards fun when people
they
you
do.
get, and it's just fun, and we're all about having fun around here.
Oh, absolutely, around here.
Okay, so I think, Penny, thank you very, very much. I think this was amazing. I think a lot of people loved learning this right here, something brand new. And I think your rocks wowed people. They rocked. Your rocks rocked. And Janet just posted a list of Penny's products. And then tomorrow, Peggy is going to be here. We're going right from Penny to Peggy. And she's doing layouts with Janet's sketch. So Janet has a sketch or two, and Peggy's using it for layouts. So then you can see how to be creative with that. And then at 11 o'clock, well, that's like 15 minutes. We're going to be right back here with the new Tim Holtz stamps and stencils. So
Yay.
Thank you, Penny, and everybody have a good day. I wish I had a good pun for ribbit. I hope this was riveting for everybody. And we will be back tomorrow. I mean, today, sometime.